Alright, let's dive into the captivating story of how Ukraine became a country. We'll cover centuries of history, all told in just about 3 minutes. It's a sweeping tale of empires clashing, dramatic revolutions unfolding, and the unwavering resilience of a people. So buckle up, because this is going to be a fast ride through history. Let's start way back, over 1,000 years ago to be precise. The land we now recognize as Ukraine was once the vibrant center of a powerful medieval state, a key player in Eastern European history. This state was known as Kievan Rus. Think of it as the OG Ukraine, the original foundation upon which the nation would eventually be built. This was the very birthplace of Slavic culture, a cradle of traditions and identity. It was also the origin point for Orthodox Christianity in the region, and a major source of what would later solidify as Ukrainian identity. But by the 1200s, the Mongol hordes swept in with devastating force and shattered Kievan Rus into many smaller entities. For centuries that followed, the territory of Ukraine was repeatedly passed around like a contested prize. It fell under the influence of Poland, Lithuania, even the expansive Ottoman Empire, and perhaps most significantly, Russia. Fast forward to the 1700s, and most of what we know as Ukraine today found itself firmly under the control of the Russian Empire. But even under imperial rule, the spirit of independence and self-determination never truly died out. Then, in 1917, in the wake of the tumultuous Russian Revolution, Ukrainians seized the opportunity and declared their independence. But tragically, this newfound freedom was not destined to last for long. The chaos of the Russian Civil War, foreign invasion, and the subsequent rise of the Soviet Union effectively put Ukraine back under the firm and often oppressive thumb of Moscow. The Soviet years that followed were an era of immense hardship and suffering for the Ukrainian people. In the 1930s, millions of innocent Ukrainians perished in the Holodomor, a deliberately engineered artificial famine that remains a deep and painful scar on Ukraine's collective memory. The Second World War brought further devastation and brutality to Ukrainian lands, but through it all, through every trial and tribulation, the unique Ukrainian language and vibrant culture somehow managed to endure. This endurance often took the form of underground resistance movements and at times openly defiant acts of protest. Now, we arrive at a truly big turning point in the story. In 1991, the mighty Soviet Union finally collapsed under its own weight. The Ukrainian people recognized this as their long-awaited chance for freedom. They voted overwhelmingly in a referendum for independence from Moscow, and just like that, boom, Ukraine was officially reborn as an independent country. Flags were changed, borders were redrawn to reflect the new reality, and the international community welcomed a new nation into its ranks. However, achieving independence doesn't automatically guarantee freedom from all troubles and challenges. Since 1991, Ukraine has had to grapple with widespread corruption, periods of intense political chaos, and, most tragically and recently, a devastating war. In 2014, following a popular revolution that ousted a pro-Russian president, Russia responded by illegally annexing Crimea, and actively backing armed conflicts in the eastern regions of Ukraine. Suddenly, Ukraine found itself once again fighting for its very survival as a nation. But amidst all the hardship and destruction, something truly amazing and inspiring began to happen. The Ukrainian people came together in a remarkable display of unity and resolve. They were fighting not just to defend their territory but to protect their very identity as a people. They were fighting for their language, their unique and cherished culture, and their fundamental right to choose their own path and destiny as a nation. Because ultimately, that's what truly being a country means. The right to self-determination. So, in summary, how exactly did Ukraine become the country we know today? It was forged through 1,000 years of rich and complex history, enduring a seemingly endless series of setbacks and challenges, and fueled by the unbreakable determination of its resilient people. And it's a story that is still very much being written in real time by the courageous and inspiring people of Ukraine every single day. Thanks so much for listening. This is Glenn's Project. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification button for more videos like this. See you in next video.